What seems to be the problem? I have a bluish spot in my back, seems to be getting bigger. Is this a joke? This looks like a tattoo. I swear it's not. I'm not crazy. Can you help me? We have a bed available. You can stay at the hospital, and we'll take a closer look tomorrow. Good morning. How are you doing? I'm okay. I think the spot grew again. Okay, this is clearly a larger tattoo than yesterday's. Why are you wasting my time with this prank? Doctor, she's telling the truth. Nobody entered this room. I suggest she stays and I'll put a time-lapse camera above the bed, and you take a look at the video tomorrow. Okay, do it. I'll be back tomorrow. Good morning. How are you doing? I'm pretty tired. The spot grew again. Still looks like a tattoo to me. I don't know what kind of joke is this, but as long as your insurance pays, we'll work on it. I'll take a look at the camera footage. I'll be damned. That tattoo is actually slowly growing by itself. This is very strange. Should I call the X-Files? Very funny. Take a sample of the lesion. We'll send 2 to the lab. Results are back. It is a virus, not one known to infect humans. I don't know. This is quite fascinating. The pattern has all these layers to it, superimposed onto each other. Truly astounding. We'll have to get more experts to look at it.
In medical news, a doctor found a virus that generates an evolving tattoo.
I want one of those. Looks very cool.
My research group found that this virus can generate a very complicated pattern, but is a very simple phenomenon. The RNA of the virus follows very simple rules that generate what is known as a fractal or cellular automaton. It is of interest from a mathematical point of view. After a while the virus disappears, so it is not a pathogen as far as we know. Some people want to use it as body art. It's true that it looks very cool. I don't think it will be commercialized to be used as a tattoo, but we'll keep samples in the lab to study in the future.
Hey, do you remember the case of the virus that generates a tattoo? Yes. Last year. What about it? It is an unknown pattern with high complexity. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? We can use it to test our ultra-high density decodifier. Excuse me, gentlemen. What are you talking about? Our new secret algorithm. It is designed to decode extremely complex patterns. I think that virus could be a nice test of the algorithm. Waste of time. It will decode it in 5 seconds. What will we learn? I have a feeling that it is more complex than it looks. Okay, we have a lot of funding. If you want to do it, be my guest. We are ready to test the new algorithm to decode the image produced by the virus. As I said before, my money is in no more than 5 seconds to decode it. We'll see. Loading image now. Loaded. Analyzing. Time elapsed 2 seconds. Time elapsed 5 seconds. Time elapsed 30 seconds. Oh. I take that back. This is getting interesting. Time elapsed 10 minutes. Time elapsed 3 hours. Okay, guys. I'll head home now. Let me know if something happens. Our secret algorithm was not able to decode the image produced by the virus. I'm completely astounded by this. Do you think the virus RNA is just random? No, it's clearly not random. What I see there is that it contains compressed data. The data is compressed in a very smart way, orders of magnitude better than we can do at this point in time. Our computing power is incapable of decoding the image, and it will be for the foreseeable future. So we are done? No. Far from it. This is just the beginning. How are we going to analyze the virus information payload if our computers are unable to do it? We will let the virus itself do the work. How? We'll create a cell culture and infect it with the virus. Kate can explain.
My theory is that if we give it a surface large enough, the virus will be able to grow unimpeded and show us the full pattern of information. That will cost money. I discussed this project at a high level, and it really caught the attention of the right people.
Money is no object. Let's do it then.
What do you have there?
We're growing the virus on these vats of skin cells. A camera overhead captures the pattern generated.
What have you seen so far?
Well, it works, but as the virus reaches the edge of the vat, it just fades away.
Then get bigger vats. How big should it be?
Orders of magnitude. I don't know how can we do it. It will cost millions.
That's nothing. I'll send you some engineers to scale up your test. Go as big as you want.
Yes, madam.
Welcome to the large-scale pattern decoding experiment. I will now show you the facilities that we've built thanks to your hard work to get funding. Is this an ice rink? Yes, we modified an ice rink to make a giant cell culture. The cooling pipes now run warm fluid that keeps the cell at optimal temperature. Why do you have those giant UV lamps all around? To keep all the space sterile, as these cells are very sensitive to contamination. When will you have results? We estimate that it will grow exponentially, so in a few days it will cover the entire surface, and we will finally be able to see all the information contained in the virus.
We injected the virus 9 days ago at the center of the stadium. It's that blue spot. Cameras are recording the image and storing all those petabytes of information in a remote data cloud. What's your report on the virus? As of today, the virus pattern has formed an approximate circle and has stopped growing. The symbols keep changing though. It is not fading. I think we're close to seeing the complete information payload from the virus. What do you see in the pattern now? Not much is going on now. The symbols are slowing down and not changing at all. What is that buzzing noise? I don't know. The pattern is glowing. Look.
We have a report that there was a large explosion in a building east of downtown. The building was an abandoned ice rink currently used for research. Emergency crews were sent to the scene to rescue the injured people in the area. I heard a buzzing sound and saw a blue glow. Then the roof of the building blew up in the air. Luckily, I was behind those trees and did not get hurt. The crater spans 2 city blocks in an industrial area. We do not rule out an act of terrorism, but it is too early to speculate.
We have not found any traces of explosives. Moreover, a lot of the building just disappeared. I've never seen anything like this. What do you think happened? I don't know, something impossible. A sabotage? Sabotage with what? An invisible man with an antimatter bomb? I don't know. If we don't find out the cause of the blast in the next 6 months, we will close the case.
We're going to remodel this building. The new supercomputer will go there. What are those servers in the corner? I think it was the cloud storage of an old project. They were trying to decode images of a virus pattern. The main researchers died in a mysterious explosion. Can I study that data? Sure. But bear in mind that the original team did not find anything useful in the data. I have a feeling that we can analyze it better now. We have better theorems and computing power nowadays. Sure, I will give you a password so you can access the data. What are you doing? I'm going to simulate the virus in a cloud computer using some new hardware and some new theorems. That will speed up the calculations tremendously. The computer is creating a simulation of the virus, and the image of the tattoo is growing to its final configuration. Done. I'll share the output file with some friends now, and I'm going to print out the final pattern using this high-resolution printer. Tomorrow I will ask my friends to help me glue together all these sheets. Okay, let's glue all these sheets together. I forgot to feed my cat. Keep working, I'll be back.
So she's having delusions.
No, she actually gave sheets of papers to her friends to glue together, went home to feed her cat. And when her friends glued the sheets of paper, everything exploded. The building was obliterated, just like happened with the ice rink years ago. She feels guilty and depressed. Can you help?
It's all my fault. I should have known.
Listen, your reaction is very normal in this type of situations. We will help you. You'll stay here for a week or so, and our psychiatrists and therapists will give you a lot of help. The recovery for this type of traumatic stress will take a long time, but you are now ready to go back home. I wish you the best. Also, your insurance did not pay for your treatment. We'll send you a bill for a $90,000. This man here came to pick you up.
Hi. My name is Hella Velkorn. I am a billionaire mathematician. I will pay for your treatment bills. I am also obsessed with decoding the virus image. If you help me decode it, the death of your friends will be more meaningful.
Yes, I will help you.
By the way, I just talked to my insurance. They will pay for my treatment. They just take a long time.
Great to hear that. Now you owe me nothing. Thank for helping with the project though.
Sure. What's your plan?
I hired a very smart safety engineer.
Nice to meet you all. This is my safety plan to study the virus without blowing ourselves up. We will remotely print the pattern using a drone in a deserted area, and I will have lots of sensors that measure pressure waves and such.
Sounds good. Let's do it. My theory is that the virus has an important message in it, but when it is displayed completely, it self-destroys by some unknown mechanism. We will test it by printing it with a drone. Here it comes.
Wow, look at that. The pressure readings suggest it is an implosion mechanism. The matter in the vicinity of the pattern disappears, leaving a large volume of vacuum. As the air suddenly flows into that vacuum, a massive shock wave is created which causes secondary damage.
Okay. Let's go back to my mansion in that helicopter. It was an eventful day of testing at the desert. Thank you all for joining me for this banquet. I took the liberty to invite some experts that will share some insights about the puzzling phenomenon we are studying. Let's welcome our first speaker as we enjoy hors d'oeuvre.
Hello. I'm an expert in semiotics. This self-destructing virus pattern represents the archetype of forbidden knowledge. A piece of information that is so powerful, sacred or downright cosmically relevant that the universe itself rejects it to be displayed. I can go for hours about it and compare it with the concept of the secret name of God, but in the interest of time I'll pause for now.
Thank you. Here comes the soup. Let's hear it from the next expert.
I'm a physicist. The phenomenon is intriguing to me. The vanishing matter poses many questions. Does the disappearing matter turn into energy? Does it get transported to some other location or dimension? Is there an opposite pattern that when displayed instead of making things disappear makes things appear? Can we reverse it? The list of questions goes on and on.
Here comes the salad. Let's welcome our next guest.
I'm an optics engineer. I discovered that the pattern does not explode if we print in the form of an optical Fourier transform. So I made a little slide with the Fourier transform of the pattern. The interesting thing is what happens if you shine a laser through the slide. Do you want to know what happens? Well, then you can project the pattern onto any surface. Can I have some bread, please?
Our main course is ready. Here's our next expert.
Thank you. I'm a punk technologist. What I see here is a very scary high-tech weapon that anybody can build for zero budget, as long as they get the pattern. Imagine if everybody had a gun in their pocket, but the guns can blow up a building and were free to make, and they can make stuff disappear forever without a trace. This can turn a world into a nightmarish dystopia in no time whatsoever. If a government tries to control the proliferation of this technology, it would require such tight control of everybody's actions that the outcome would be equally disturbing. Can I have some wine, please?
Here's our dessert. Let's welcome our last speaker.
Hi you all. I'm a neurodivergent person with prodigious photographic memory. I have looked at separate pieces of the pattern and have them fully memorized in my head. I've been studying the pattern in my head. It's definitely not random. I found some interesting pieces of information in the patterns. For example, there are headings that probably are meant to define some basic concepts, starting from binary numbers, sequences of prime numbers, etc. The patterns increase in complexity as we go along. I intend to think about it tonight and may have some insights to offer tomorrow.
Wonderful. Let's reconvene tomorrow at breakfast. Can't wait to listen to your new insights. Welcome to our breakfast meeting. Please go ahead.
I've found that the numerical patterns match many well-known physical and mathematical constants. There's even a sort of periodic table of elements, if you can believe it. There's some other sections that I just can't figure out. Needs to be translated into something more human readable. I wish there was a way to do that translation.
Actually, I know exactly how to use artificial intelligence tools to translate unknown languages into something human readable. Let's work together and crack this code. It took a long time, but now we have put all the data into this artificial intelligence mainframe computer. Let's check back in a few hours. Wow, it actually produced a readable translation. I'm going to print it into a book.
What is it?
It says the universe is an information engine. There's lots of intelligent entities that live in some sort of digital dimension. There's a lot of fighting there. They live in a sort of cyber war. One of the entities discovered that humans exist and can write software. It sent the virus to communicate with us. It wants to hire some hackers and engineers to help them defend from cyber attacks.
So that's what it was. Recruiters.
Yes, it was recruiters.